Hey Eagles, it's Miss Doyle, and today we are going to get your digital portfolios started by using Weebly for Education. So in order to get to the screen that you see in front of you right now, you need to type in students.weebly.com. Your username is going to be your first name dot last name, as you can see here, and your password is going to be capital C, lowercase hsd, followed by your 6-digit ID number. Once you get logged in, you will be brought to this screen, and the first thing that we recommend that you do is visit the Account Settings button. It's this blue button right there. As you can see, it tells you who you are and what your username is. Yours again is going to be your first name dot last name. You also have the ability to change your password. We would recommend that you either keep your password the default, capital C, lowercase hsd, plus your ID number, or to change the password so it's the same password as your Google password. So just something to think about. You don't have to do it today, but just kind of keep that in mind. The next thing you're going to do is notice that they've already created your first site for you. You can go ahead and begin editing the site by clicking on My Site or clicking on Edit Site. It is going to pop up with a window that asks you what you want your subdomain to be. Please use your first name and last name, and if that's taken like mine is, try adding your middle initial. And if that's taken, you could try adding a lucky number, but do your best to try to keep it as simple as possible for yourself. Then you hit continue. Now that you are here on your home page, you have the opportunity to do a couple of things. I would first recommend that you change where it says My Site to say Digital Portfolio. I also would click on Theme and take a few minutes to change the theme and explore the different themes that are available to you. There are many of them. Don't spend too long on this today. You always will have the opportunity to change your theme whenever you'd like, but take a minute to just browse what your options are and choose one that looks good for you for now. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. Once you've selected your theme, please make sure to type your name very big in the text box that's provided. And this extra text here, you can just leave alone. Don't touch that unless you want to add something. You're welcome to add some descriptive words about yourself if you'd like, or a little tagline. That would be totally fine. If you scroll down, there is some space here that allows you to drag elements into it in order to create content. What you're going to do is click and hold the title block, drag it into this space, and then you are going to type the title, My Passion. Feel free to use this toolbar that appears to bold the title, make the font larger or smaller, change the color, add a hyperlink, center it, or keep it justified left or justify right, whatever it is that you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and bold mine and make it a little bit bigger. Below the Passion title, you are going to click on the text content block and drag and drop below that title. This is where you are going to be typing or copying and pasting your passion paragraph, which I have already typed mine up, so I'm going to just go ahead and copy and paste that into Weebly. By the way, it's a great idea to always do all of your writing for your digital portfolio in a Google Doc, just as a backup plan. It's always good to have your work saved someplace else than on your Weebly in case something happens with Weebly. It won't, but sometimes things like that happen with technology, as you probably know. This is my home page. It is completed, but now I need to go ahead and create pages for all of the different 21st century skills. To do that, you're going to click on Pages, and then to add pages, you're going to click on the plus sign. You're going to choose Standard Page, and then type in the name of the skill. Please make sure to check your spelling. And also, it's a good idea to organize them in alphabetical order just because that will be easy for you and your teacher and anybody else who visits your site. I'm going to go ahead and make another page and so on until you have all 8 of your skills listed here. You easily can drag and drop them to change the order. You also can create child pages by scooting it in. That means now that if I go over here to accessing and analyzing information, critical thinking will drop below that. You probably don't want to do that. You probably want to keep them all over to the left, but just go ahead, play around, experiment with the organization and how Weebly works. After you create each page, you can click on the page and do a couple of things. For one, you can change the type of page this is. So for example, you can change if it's a tall header or a short header, or maybe you don't want a header at all, which maybe isn't as exciting as having a header. Going back, you can always click on the page and also change the type of header here. I would recommend that you remind your visitors of the skill that they're on by retyping the skill in this title or on a title someplace. If that means you need to click back on build, click and hold the title block and drag it in the blank space below and retype it here, that would be fine. In my case, because I chose the short header, I have all of this space up here. If you don't want a block like this one I don't want anymore, you always can hover over it and just click on the X to delete it. Okay, accessing and analyzing information. You're going to want to do this on each of your 8 pages, but something else you're going to need to do, one of the requirements, is that you're going to need to write a paragraph. So here I am dropping the text block in the open space. You need to write a paragraph that discusses how each 21st century skill relates to the passion that you wrote about on your home page. So once again, I've already written mine in a Google Doc, and I am just going to copy and paste my passion statement about accessing and analyzing information onto my page. You even could give this a little title if you'd like and call it Passion Statement. Again, just anything that you can do to make this a more organized and user-friendly experience for the teacher and anybody else who visits your site. Below your passion statement is where you're going to be posting your artifacts. We won't be doing any of that today, but just so you know, in the sidebar, take some time to explore the different options for content blocks, which all of them are just a matter of dragging and dropping. To edit the images, which actually on your home page, going back to your home page, you're required to insert a picture or image or piece of art. If it's an original piece of art, whether it's a photograph or a sketch that you've done, that's always better. But anytime you are ready to edit an image up here, you just click on Edit Image, and it gives you the option to change the image. You can use one of the images in Weebly. Again, we don't recommend that you do that, but just so you know that that's available to you. You otherwise can click on Upload Image, which is down here in the left-hand corner, and it will allow you to upload an image right here in this window. After you have built all 8 of your pages, as well as your home page, and after you have written your passion statement for each page, you can go ahead and publish the site. Publishing means that anybody in the whole world can view your site if they go to your URL, which for me, if you remember, was kellydoyle22.weebly.com. So when you publish it, it means that your teacher can see it, though your teacher can see it anyway, but it means you could show it to your parents or your friends or other teachers as well. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue here after I hit publish. And then I'm going to click on this link. It says that the website's published, so if I have more editing to do, I can always hit the X, or I can just click on the live link in order to view my live website. All right, and it looks like my live portfolio has loaded. Here it is. It says digital portfolio. I have made 2 of the 8 pages. Here is my name, nice and big for everybody to see, my passion paragraph. And then if I go onto the different pages, you can see my passion statement. And again, over time, you will be adding to these pages your artifacts and reflection paragraphs, but that is for a later day. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Please always feel free to see me in the ILC if you need additional help. Good luck as you begin your digital portfolio.